Brooks. Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Okafor. And that one's good.
And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from 3. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
He's covered by Rose. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
The Bulls making a switch here. Brooks checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Embiid's checked in. 76ers moving the ball around. There's a screen by Noel. 5 to shoot. Unloads. Misses off the left iron.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And that one's good by Butler.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Stolen by Brooks. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Noel in the corner. Grant outside. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Another miss by Philadelphia.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Mirotic has a wide open look. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Mirotic has got his first 3 points of the game. The dish to Noel to stop the run, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Butler in the corner, wide open. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. To the paint, and Grant slams it home.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for the Bulls. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Brooks covering. Here's Noel. The shot is off. Great D that time from Gibson. Stolen by Grant. 1 second left. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Powell. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them signed with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Freaks checked in for McDermott, and it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Kirk Heinrich. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Taj Gibson is out there with Mirotic, and it's Freak in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Covington inside the line. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He had 6 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Noel, a screen on Butler. Down low. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Noel.
That's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And what a game for Butler. He's got 14 points and the 1 steal. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
Brooks checked in for Chicago. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Elton Brand. The 76ers trail by 5. Down low. And that one's good. Noel's got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Freak. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Free throw good, Freak. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The feed to Embiid. Covington in the corner. Plenty of space. The putback and slam dunk by Noel.
He sniffed out that board and then powered it back in.
Pure Mike Clark, so strong going back up with that one.
Playing to his strength, too, guys. That's what he's capable of.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Gibson the screen. Mirotic the pass to Freak. Takes it off the glass. Freak's got 5 points in the quarter.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Covington. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night, and he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Brooks. No luck. And the first half.
Well, Pau, tell us what have been the key.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Freak's checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Heinrich in for Butler. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Noel and Embiid patrol the paint together inside. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Grant. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single-game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Now Mirotic He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. Misses the 3.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
1:51 left to play in the third. Up and in on the layup.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations.
The 76ers trail by 6. And here's Embiid. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Noel up top. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. For 3, Smith. Kept alive. Goes back up. And Gibson sends it back. They get it back. And Embiid throws it down. Here's Rose. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Gibson the screen. And Heinrich has it in the corner. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Now here is Smith. 8 points for him. He kicks to Noel. Can't convert after the good screen.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
The Bulls have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Second free throw, no good. Pass to Smith. Lets the 3 fly. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And in. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Freak's checked in for McDermott, and it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Noel comes in for Robert Covington. Freak, he's in at small forward. Heinrich is out there with Brooks. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Freak kicks to Mirotic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 16. Down low, here's Embiid. Comes up empty down low. Here's Brooks. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively.
Pal, this...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back. Pau Gasol. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
Boy, how many times are we going to see Pau Gasol
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest.